delve more into this particular issue related to absenteeism in Parliament, and I'm privileged to be joined on the line by a legal practitioner in the person of Benjamin Tachie Antiedu. Mr. Benjamin, can you hear me?
Yes, my brother.
I can hear you. Let's delve more into this particular issue related to absenteeism in Parliament and its brouhaha. Do you think it's really a big deal?
Of course, attendance in Parliament is a big deal because the whole basis of the exercise of parliamentary powers is through the attendance of the House, the holding of sittings of the House. And this is a constitutional and is key to everything that Parliament does. And you know that definitely for attendance, you need attendance, a particular number, minimum number, to even enable Parliament to sit in the first place. And then that is 1/3, as provided for under Article 102 of the Constitution. And even further on, when Parliament comes to taking decisions, then a further, even upgraded requirement, correct number of minimum of half of all members are required or is required. So definitely, sitting of the House is a critical function that must be upheld at all times.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm listening.
So for that to be achieved, Parliament itself has designed leadership regime in Parliament to facilitate the attendance of members. So you know of the whips system, where the two caucuses have their leadership that ensures that members attend sittings of the House and also to vote in a particular way.
With the level of experience you have related to politics and legality and other related matters, when do you think a seat can be declared vacant?
On the basis of non-attendance?
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly then the Constitution is clear on that subject. Article 97(1)(c) of the Constitution says that if a member absents himself or herself from sittings of Parliament without prior written approval of the Speaker or permission of the Speaker, then that member becomes liable for a referral to the Privileges Committee, and that member will be called upon to give reasonable excuse or reasonable basis for being absent from parliamentary sittings for 15 sittings of the House. And if that member is unable to do so, and the Committee of Privileges establishes, culpability in respect of that member, then can even recommend for removal of that person from Parliament.
Sure.
And so that is how serious it is, and it's constitutional. So it's not even a rule of Parliament which you say can be challenged or whatever, and it's clear, not subject to reasonable interpretation or challenge.
You were talking about possible sanctions, including removal from Parliament. Apart from an MP removing or being removed from Parliament, what other sanctions do you think are necessary in case the Member of Parliament defaults?
Yeah, so particularly I think we are still focusing on absenteeism.
Yeah.
And so for absenteeism, the constitutional consequence is what I've read to you under Article 97(1)(c). But of course, every member belongs to a caucus. And that caucus will have its own regime of dealing with, absenteeism in respect of any member of that caucus. So apart from the constitutional regime, the caucuses, the two caucuses may have their own rules and dealings on that subject. But constitutionally or legally, there isn't any other opening that a member who absents himself or herself from sittings of Parliament can be dealt with.
There is another school of thought describing the 15-day absenteeism in Parliament as too short a time. Do you side with it, and do you think there should be a way to review that particular item?
Okay, I don't. Possibly there may be a misreading of the provision. The provision actually refers to not a cumulative number of absenteeism, or it's the calculation or the computation is done within one meeting of Parliament.
Okay.
You know, Parliament conducts 3 meetings within 1 year, which we call a session.
Yeah.
So it is within one continuous sitting period of Parliament, which is the meeting, within which if you absent yourself for more than 15 days, then you fall foul to the provision of the Constitution. It's not cumulative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So to that extent,
yeah.
I think that is reasonable, because attendance is the critical part of everything that Parliament can do.
Okay.
And so that if I think that even if it's 10,
yeah.
if it's limited to a meeting,
yeah.
then even the 15 is even more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because the point is that it's not just absent. If you are absent for justifiable reason, you are absent with the leave of the speaker, then you are covered. Then it's as if you are not counted as being absent.
Sure.
That's what Parliament has designed, even in its rules and proceedings, different columns for those who were in attendance, those who were absent with permission, and those who were absent without permission. They are all very significant classifications.
Thank you, Mr. Benjamin.
You're most welcome.
Well, I've been speaking to Mr. Benjamin Tachie Antiedu, a legal practitioner, delving more into issues related to Parliament absenteeism. So, a quick break. We'll be back soon.